RRQ. It's the battle of the very best from Southeast Asia, RRQ and PRX. And RRQ with their most successful Pacific stage to date. This team's persistence has paid off, finally in qualifying to Masters Toronto, but has all the hard work steal them against the likes of PRX? Does the power of friendship pull through this specific stage?
We want to see them have a good game here. They cannot afford to get knocked out in the lower bracket here and not go into Toronto with any momentum. They want to prove that they just have a rough matchup against Gen G, but they're still one of the most dangerous teams in Pacific.
Oh, definitely, but they have to prepare for an equally dangerous one in PRX. And this is a team that has been a regular on the final stage, both in Pacific and internationally. We know they had a rough start in the beginning of the stage one, but they are back. It's real, guys. Everyone is aboard the PRX train. The question is, where does the train stop, if it stops at all?
Yeah, as you say, it was a rough start for this PRX team, but they've been picking up so much momentum, and now they're practically at terminal velocity. I don't think the hype behind this team could get any bigger. They're pushing to get back to that final, get revenge against Gen G, and of course, take that crown.
Definitely. That crown is up for grabs, of course, with our three teams that are going over to Masters Toronto in Gen G, RQ, and PRX. And for our lower final, RQ and PRX, again, the very best from Southeast Asia here. And as we're seeing, we have players also that know each other so well. So that's going to be very exciting to see on the
There's so much speed, guys. It's insane.
No. Just to get an idea. Pistol round to shake off a couple of nerves. A big amount of players, though, here for RRQ. Challenging.
Straight up sliding out, though, but Divine gets the first shot.
Yeah, stalled out by the smoke a little bit right now. A lot of damage delivered, though. Something low. Crazy guy gone. Divine as well. Look at this. He's just already out for the gates. He's on for the ace here.
And that's just a bit of temperament coming through as well. But Xfero up from the back will be able to land at least the first shot still, though. With a full fire team in front inside of A main, it's not going to be easy. Certainly as soon as he peeks out, it's the ace for Defy just to kick things off. Inside of A main does not really inspire you with much confidence. But at the same time, though, PRX with the buys up now into the B site.
Yeah, seeing if they can establish a plant here. And again, you're just going to want to see what damage the pistols can come out with. Defy carrying on with a pistol, though.
Starts off with at least one, but taking a look at the positions as well, you got tower control as well as tree. A little trade over with Patman kind of losing his life, but not too much loss. They have a really good idea of where RRQ are, and they're keeping them suppressed thanks to these smokes from Ilya, from something.
Yep. Big jet players going onto the brimstones as well. When you pull out your iPad, you drop your smokes. Then you can just hopefully have some yeehaw action, get your shots out. Meanwhile, though, PRX already spotting out kind of what they need in this game here, Quack.
Yeah, full and full. Just trying to make it as clean as possible. Not losing this Guardian at all, not missing a single beat. First round started with it. Okay. Well, just back in with the round-to-round adjustments. Currently, it's Monyet. This is a play that Jing is very familiar with, though. So Forsaken as well, they've marked it.
Yeah, generally you'll see a raise satchel up on top of that and try to peek over the smoke, right? We've seen some players already having some success, some non-success of that as well. This time, Monyet will be the casualty, and well, we'll see what damage RRQ want to go for. It's not the worst decision for Jemkin, for example, if he does just want to hold the Phantom going to the next round too.
So at least kind of position themselves around spawn, around Canteen, look for whatever frags and picks they might be able to find. If he does get a little bit more, maybe some slight opportunity in the retake, but otherwise, it's pretty much written off. And at the same time, you consider how this round started off, Komodo. Monyet used to play with PRX. Monyet is the guy who kind of came in place of Jing. Still though, it's going to be the fights that pop off straight through Canteen. There will be a nice sheriff shot being found by Cushy, but that will be it. Just Crazy Guy left with the classic and maybe the Rolling Thunder from Crazy Guy.
And the initiative right now from RRQ realizing that they have to get a little bit of information around the map, right? They're going together as a team in towards main. There's the showstopper that I talk about. They're going to see that no one's home. They can set up for the post plant, and they still have a bunch of utility to play for at the post.
Which would mean that PRX does need to find a little bit more, an extra kill or two before the retake begins. Jing, that's why he's holding up into this position. The paint shells as well, just to buy a bit more time and space. RRQ, though, will be having to push out. Flushed out of position, that said. and it's going to hurt them somewhat. The firefight going through, Monyet finding a frag with the op, but at this range it just does not favor him. Forsaken slithers through.
Another 4K for him on for the ace at the moment, but I don't think Jemkin wants to give him an opportunity for this one here. It's just confidence at the moment for Forsaken, isn't it?
And he's just feeling it all the way through.
Oh, the stun faded.
Ever since round, be a bad thing. However, still not enough space, not enough defenses being held up on the A site itself. You got the fast lane going through. Jin already diving up towards the top of heaven, and it's some kills being exchanged.
Oh, he's trying to read it though.
Oh my god, what is that wild spray?
Just get a loose bullet towards the head of Monyet. 30 seconds to go though.
Oh. And the spike getting planted soon enough.
Oh,
Rolling Thunder ripped off orbital strike as well, and that burns against Petman. Angle still being held though. Fast lane's up. It kind of keeps him out of dodge for it now until the kills continue to domino through. Forsaken once again. The angle that EDG has held before back in Bangkok, but now back into it. Enough time has passed that Forsaken begins to try to bait out the reactions, and they will go for it.
And that's just another 5 versus 4 advantage for PRX, where they're just going to stampede in towards the A site you might expect. But this is a new look to PRX. Once again, they're very level-headed in their comms at the moment. Patman, Jing, both one away from an ultimate 2. They can pick up the A orb that's actually already gone.
Level-headed is a great description, but that said, Komodo, decent reads or reactions from RRQ as well. You got Crazy Guy already close towards B, and he buys time for the team with an Aftershock.
They've got all of the tower control, by the way, from Xfero.
He's gonna have to come up huge with the goods, though. A single kill might not be enough, but he's good for the first until
Monyet too.
The Stampede just doesn't stop. Now it's Jemkin to try to hold down the angle. A 2v4 turned into a 2v3. Fault line coming back up.
Rolling Thunder if you need from Patman. Stuck at default.
And PRX noting these positions, noting every ultra safe angle.
Only go early though, that's the thing.
Oh. Well, David versus David, and the PRX one comes out on top.
And now the flank can actually come out because Xfero's shear is null and void.
Which means RRQ has to watch out for this back position where Petman then can continue to line things up out from spawn. Forsaken with the dive through, something with the assistance, and down to it at the end. Monyet trying his best to get a little bit more space. Not a lot of information from PRX until that turret goes off. Rotations coming over.
Yeah, the Stinger as well, so you get an idea, and now cemented, I guess, that the force is possible.
And you just know that RRQ are trying to go in with a lot of mobility as well. Forsaken slows that down just in the nick of time. Ghost shots instead, and he finds a wallbang through the Ghost as well. On his face from the player cam before into what could be the final round. A Stinger from Davai, shots from Jing. Forsaken again in with the Ghost. Looks for the overdrive, but the paint shells will ultimately be RRQ's doom. 13-2 as the final scoreline from the first map.
Yeah, that is absolute destruction.
Being able to smoke things off straight into the A site.
Generally see him on the breach, which this time they're not opting for that. Cushy, see what he can gather in the information department. This time, however, 5 versus 5 pistol for a retake.
And every single PRX member has opted to go out from the ropes. And with perfect crosshair placement as well, Jing eliminates Monyet straight out from the roster. Then for more noise, as something dashes straight into the smokes, Jemkin then to deal with him. A flash to be able to stave off the PRX aggression as well. Trades going through, however, and PRX once again with numbers, looking for an opportunity in this retake. Cushy, though, able to hold down the ground, and Crazy Guy Xfero as well.
Well of play, you would say, just having the Sky and a double duelist there. Fresh round, though, guns on the board for PRX, an opening battle 1 against Monyet. And a change of look now for RRQ, losing control of A, so let's spread up mid. Let's go towards B main. See if we can win some 2-on-1s and maybe get towards the site.
Oh my god. I was going to say, Sky's going to do a decent job, but this time it's Forsaken doing well as well.
Cheeky angles. There's
second kill. And just like what we saw in Fracture, RRQ kind of lost the plot.
That's just a bonus round. These happen. You lose the first duel. You run into an angle. You just can't win the duel. 10 players. Very, very sharp in this little game we call Valorant. But right now, the Spike is in firm control of PRX. It's the controllers of RRQ to see what damage they can get back in return here.
guess. 2v5, going in for the dry peaked duels inside of Garage, and PRX just does not as well.
Yeah, choosing not to just pop flash himself though, waiting for a team to rotate over. This is just a complete site control now given towards RRQ. You're not running the fade, for example, so there's going to be no stuns or anything like that to entrap with the paint shells.
Spike planted.
Also paint shells from Jing as well. Does flush the plant in towards the corner of the site, where then PRX has a really good idea of where RRQ are positioned, except for Xfero, who might be able to find a couple more kills, but chooses to stay undetected instead. And at that point, numbers all down around him. It's just Crazy Guy left.
Nah, he can't do this one, unfortunately, mate, so just going to have to call the audible on this one. Maybe be a flawless round to come through from PRX, because...
And slight face check, but you do have Jing with a big old rocket. That said, he has missed several of those yesterday as well. And in a 3v5, you might not be able to find that opportunity. However, Defy just straight down from hell, he finds 4 kills! Being able to rip all those numbers away from RQ. It's just Monyet left, but he's managed to blow things up!
This is what we're expecting, though, in this battle, right? In this matchup. Duels going both ways. This time, though, scouting out the opposition positions. Dimensional drift into the site. Forsaken dispatches of Monyet off yonder, though. Oh, the timing. Yeah, that one's a bit rough.
Unfortunate kills. However, that will be the spike then a little bit closer towards the B site.
But overlooking Defy. That's a problem at the moment. Spike is down. Imagine a world in which he just decided to rip the pit, but he's going to fall back, play to the numbers with the team.
A rocky assumption and thinking that the rotations might have been pulled over, but we'll see if Jemkin is able to craft anything out. That said, though, straight in with Cushy, and he's been robbed.
And you're not in the scenario, too, for Crazy Guy to, from the shadows, to get the spike, with Jemkin finding complete control of the A side. It's kind of null and void at the moment. You want to go for a plant? Well, you're going to have to try and do that in a pit, and you're going to catch some decay. So this round feels a little bit more difficult for RRQ now. PRX looking to tie it up.
40 long seconds.
Although, if Patman gives him a duel, he wins that one. Start to cook a little bit.
Left.
Turn around, get a spray transfer onto Defy. It's possible. It's taking his time, though, and PRX...
The full decay.
Yeah, holding on to their leashes. They wait for this. They're playing as a team. Crazy Guy being able to avoid the bullets for now.
He technically only has one angle he needs to spray, but pit down, vision on him.
The hood's been spotted. Tries to play around the smokes. Being able to read the situation that PRX are looking to play as a team, but of course when you have something on the Jets.
The A site, but it's the conditioning factor of RRQ, where they can have a bit of a different approach as well. Very silent up through mid.
Ooh, but everyone's into the spot. Somehow, the showstopper just doesn't quite blow anything up. Jing, then again, pinned down in the corner for Forsaken to try to hold up by Raptors. RQ, though, they still have their options, and it's going to be the current TP into back site. Forsaken's attention being pulled away. He has to try to hold the angle. He spotted out Jemkin. He finds the first duel. However, a flash gets sent over. He tries to find some acrobatics into the smoke, but gets denied.
Do they expect something on the flank already? Look at him. He's here super early.
And he's still sneaking his way up, skulking his way forward. A second kill, something clutches up for PRX.
And this is the
full in his face. Round 11, and right now it's the same execute. PRX possibly a retake without the best weaponry. Defy, though, decent trade for now.
Yeah, numbers are here. Spike not yet needing to be established. Spike dropped on the floor. PRX looking to flood towards the side. The shots from Jemkin, though, superb.
Taps forward again and again, and he knows that Jing is pinned down. A possible ace in our hands. 7 rounds left in the mag. Something, though, still looking for the fights against the counterpart Russian across the other side. He finds yet another kill.
And how do you play this as Jemkin? You've got every single piece of your ability right now.
Has to go for the spike plant. Something then taking elevation. Looks for the best possible angle. Jemkin has to be aware of this. He has to work around the pillars. Spots him out, and that's gonna be the ace! Jemkin! All the way!
Yeah, you recognize that when the Trailblazer's there that you have to just play in towards a retake.
Yeah, that's why he's saving up that paranoia as well. Props it up right now in this moment. The entire team surrounding him.
Zero utility for PRX here.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a full gunfight, if anything. RRQ having the resources.
Where do you want your smokers Forsaken? Towards CT.
Trying to position around for it currently. Inside the smoke though, and it's just PRX finding first contact. Petman and something out from heaven as well. And the only one left then is Cushy. Sort of not yet spotted, but as soon as you make a single peep, the entire force of PRX will turn
around. There's a heavy investment. And it's unexpected. Look at that. Brilliant shot out from something. Xfero, that's going to cause a headache.
Just never expect it, even if you're going for the jiggle. Somehow, something with a punish. And that means you got to place a player around mid just to watch.
It was the judge as well. So that's gone down. Can't play close with that one. Meanwhile, Crazy Guy, he wants to play close. He wants to play down and dirty. Don't touch that orb and give him the info. Now you're stuck. Shrouded step out.
Has to go in for it. A little bit more initiative found by PRX off of that. Thankfully able to get Crash away.
Yeah, thankfully indeed, but you've kind of left Crazy Guy by himself here.
Precisely.
You've made things extremely awkward for him.
No angles to be found around the B side. It's just Crazy Guy who had to spend utility just to get out of dodge.
Yep.
Once again, another scenario where RRQ left without resources.
Just establish a plant in the 5 versus 4.
Safer plant for PRX, so not leaving themselves exposed towards spawn. You do have Jing kind of concealing his movements down towards the bottom as well. Something then peeking out from Garage. All of RRQ trying to look for that space into sight, but PRX just not giving anything up to them. RRQ's going to have to continually respect. That's why you got more players up around mid this time.
Or try and disrespect if you want to play close line with a judge, for example, as Xfero, but it doesn't feel like there's going to be any duels that'll come his way at the moment because yet again, it's going to go to Crazy Guy.
Yep, and that's exactly what PRX wants to do, trying to exploit this weakness. Monyet, though, quick on the reactions out to a toss, but then still for PRX to find the shots with the rifles.
Again, in these big battles where you've just got many bodies flooding, PRX are coming out on top.
Spike planted.
Sight controlled. Trailblazer into the kill as well, and it's just Gem getting held as well. PRX would be none the wiser. However, something might have an inkling. Dashes right forward alongside that showstopper as well. Jing looking to find effect with it, and he will collapse on towards Xfero. This allows him to then continue holding heaven.
Yeah, they had no idea that he was resatcheling up in towards the rafters there.
That's the thing about attack side on split. RQ, they're gonna have to go in for a bit of a guessing game. Jemkin, though, will eliminate those guesses into more informed decisions with the dimensional drift, but Defy just denies all of that outright. I mean, this truly is just PRX continuing to dot their T's, dot their I's and cross their T's until Jemkin will just scratch that one right off the margin.
Yeah, something down for the count. There was the one from Jemkin that I was talking about. Now you're looking for a bit of a plant as PRX.
And possibly for RQ to find close range with the right clicks as well. It's just going to be Jemkin with a share for now, though, and it's working pretty decently.
Eventually a flank from Monyet, but the shorty. Need to see the lion's share done by probably Jemkin.
Paint shells, blast packs still could be good. Jing might not have an idea. He will dispatch off the first, though, and looks for the movement in towards ramps. That's where Monyet picks up the Vandal. Into the site they go. RRQ has a great chance because Patman's been fully blinded. Still good for one, but it's just Defy left. Tries to go for the spray transfer, but it's not found. Xfero with the classic up close.
Cushy down below. He's done it again, hasn't he?
Key tool for RRQ right now. PRX, though, not backing down. It's something straight in with the shorty once again. Just quickly dispatched of. Then, of course, you got the rest of the team trying to work around elbow. Jemkin still in position. Cushy up from the backside, but suddenly silenced. Forsaken and Patman marking these angles. Monyet, though, surely you don't expect another. Tries to blast back them away, but doesn't quite work out. Off to the judge, out from ropes. And you have some slight resets.
Seekers from Patman off the plant. Gonna choose to invest them here.
That gives some further information. You know that one is up by ramp. Where could the other be? It's a little bit obvious as well. But with the smokes coming up, another duel being isolated, and Forsaken! He'll just spin back around. So Jemkin's Sheriff not able to sing right now.
Potentially plant open as well. Give your team as much options as you can.
Screens being blocked off. Elbow as well with this pit now coming up.
Cheeky one too.
Just to secure a possible 11th round.
Yeah, you could see, you know, a Prowler investor or a Boombot from Monyet, get some Paint shells in there as well to clear out the close angles.
Maybe.
Just going to choose to go through heaven instead.
And if you find a little bit more, maybe the ult's coming through as well.
Oh.
Yet then just diving straight in. He's got that judge, and he's just hammering every single player down until Jemkin goes in for a trade of his own. It's just something left, and now he's back up from heaven, but he's got so many targets to contend with. All of them body blocking, a full firing squad, and he's down to 5 HP. xFaroe out for the final frag. Might have a judge to aid as well, but how much is it really going to work out? RRQ, they've got the defensive setups.
Yeah, something has been cut down a little bit in the beginning of these past couple of rounds, but now, like a hot knife through butter, he really needs to just get them easy.
Oh, he can't. The weapon draw animation took a little bit longer than he expected. And out for Prowlers from Cushy as well. Further information being found by RRQ. Just to mark the angles out from Garage, but a little bit awkward on the spray. Allows for PRX some tiny opportunity to get into the sight. Forsaken with the double kill, Jing with another. It's just xFaroe left, and he doesn't have enough.
He's pulled him out of this one potentially, hasn't he? 1 versus 3 for xFaroe.
He's got to pick up a weapon at the very least.
Yeah, you will be able to, but is this the one that you want? It's the one that you've been favoring in this map.
At this situation, though,
Got the Vandal.
I don't think so. Comes back in, deals with the first, looks for further heads, but Jing!
Feel like in case you missed the shot.
Could be something that RRQ doesn't expect, but they're pushing out a Garage.
Yeah, this is so risky, but so rewarding if they can find it.
All Forsaken is marking the back. However, he falls. Something takes the duel up by a mailroom then. So PRX, they've got a dilemma here. Do they push up front or do they clear up back?
Taken down the heavy hitter in Forsaken though. So you definitely take that as RRQ for what it's worth. Something. He wins the duel against Crazy Guy. Advantage for PRX into the B side. Dash across, dodging the flashes. Jemkin, he wants to do the party, he wants to do the damage.
And he's holding the angles with assistance from the team. Cushy up by the right side. Jemkin then to find the triple. Just a 1v1 left, and Jemkin has an ult.
Where does he think the Devi is coming from though? He's got the ult, the time right now for Devi to get in his head.
Devi slowly skulking forward. Jemkin marks the angle, and that will be that. The map ends in the very first OT. Final scoreline of 14-12. Jemkin with the ultimate awareness.
He's in another postcode.
He's in the Omega dimension.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's going to be a real tricky one. PRX, though, they eliminate that turret, so RRQ begins to watch their flanks somewhat. That's when Forsaken alongside Devi begin to peek forward from spawn. Small chunk of damage, but the spike.
The turret watched the flank, by the way. Crazy Guy's noted now.
So not too bad. PRX, this is a 5v4 in clarity. PRX are just happy to take the numbers fights head on. Off towards Link, though, and it's Jemkin along from Hall. PRX completely crunched up into such. To see something. Get his head back into the game, especially in a crucial round like this one. But Jemkin out from the back with the dimensional drift. The salvos as well, and causes them to feel so uncomfortable. Something getting silenced by the Sheriff. Jemkin back sight.
Got to run it back as Jing. You have to invest in this round that you feel like you've already lost the control of the site. You need your teams coming over.
Just waiting for the right time. Star is being propped up as well. We begin with the hot hands to block out position, but it's been quickly shot down. Still though, the rest of the team with numbers are able to find trades. Cushy trying to hold out by Pillar. Silences the first duel, off to the next. Petman out from heaven. There's no choice but to hang back. Reinforcements have arrived, however. I don't know how much it's really going to provide.
You should run.
That lockdown makes things so awkward as well, doesn't it?
Oh, give up your life for the lockdown, but PRX will continue to push up, but they're gonna have to cool off because of that ult. Petman, though, finds elevation to take the lockdown away, stuns up from Monyet. Petman with another kill. It's just xFaroe left, but he does have vision. Stars up as well. Takes down the first frag, and then for Petman to hold. Does he have the goods? He hops up the stairs. xFaroe knows, and he times it just right. Hasn't found them. RRQ, meanwhile.
Change up for PRX. Yeah, RRQ are going to start to sniff a bunch of this utility out towards the B side of things. Alarm bot for force contact, but PRX are actually holding dub up through A main. Meanwhile, Dimensional Drift at B.
Oh, PRX will find xFaroe, something almost nearly losing his life, but still the sight handed over onto RRQ. Forsaken with the Odin spam, however, fully blinded. Unfortunately, not able to find anything further. The overdrive, though, and it's Devi who stops it.
But Jemkin's still alive, remember?
And he's still able to hold it down by Halls. Cushy once again, but not able to get the spike planted. There's a full minute though, and Jemkin
Gate crash, grab the spike, maybe
has
get out.
flashes as well, down to holding the angle. Jing trying to get a bit more space. Devi is low, so he knows he's trying to play it safe. They know that Jemkin's looking for the spike plant, and that's
Pearl.
And even with the off back in as well, not spotting too much out. The entire PRX core on the A site needs to hold true.
Oh, but this is a bit of a trap, isn't it? Devi is stuck. The fact that he loses that duel, super awkward. The fact that the lockdown takes a while to come in toward it too. Just disrespected into the site. Can establish a plant here as RRQ. Look to hold it with numbers.
Yeah, the only way that this goes forward for PRX is if they begin to find the picks, something with a possible angle. Jing, though, in with a run it back, just fully pushes out. Something then out from Doug, able to take down Monyet. 3v3, and RQ have a crossfire set up. Crazy guy holding the angle, but gets spotted out by Jing. Jemkin holding out from stairs now, and he goes dimensional drift. Where is he gonna go? You have to come out because something's sticking the spike to halfway. Jemkin needing to swing, but still the rounds. Looking for contact, but it's also the utility being spent. Out from connector though, Forsaken. A slight angle, but also RQ with the movement to bypass all of it. It's down to something. He's got to watch the angles, but the overdrive. Can he really connect the shot? Looks for it, and he does! In with the tailwind as well. He does have a shorty, his favorite weapon. Might be stunned up now, but he's able to keep himself alive for just a second longer until the salvos blow him up.
I wonder if Devi has to use the Cosmic Divide here for this retake. It would be good. Damage delivered on the hot hands. You are dead as Jemkin. No. Out with 15, and Crazy Guy finds Jing.
Such support. It's the angles once again. RRQ, a couple up by Pillar, but Forsaken marks it. The operator being marked down as well, but because she still comes up with another kill. It's a 2v2, and Patman goes in for the swing. What confidence! And it's down to Xfero, undetected so far. And he sleuths forward. Cosmic Divide up. Gravity well as well, and it's in for Patman, but still Devi once again. Some pressure for the rest of the team, but still.
Oh, 4 members.
Pushing up again. It's going to be contact with the op, and then for the curveball. Look at this. Flashes for flashes, and Jemkin is completely stunned and dazed.
Yeah, that's commanding, isn't it, there? And now you've got the information noted that Cushy
from RRQ.
Oh boy. Salvos, and he just goes in for it as well. Jing, support from the Haunt, and he's looking for the wallbang shots. Monyet, though, looking for space, but silence. The judge will not be able to sound off. Something in with another angle being held as well, and it's all of a sudden just Crazy Guy left alone in the cold. He doesn't find anything. It's Xfero who has to find more.
And noted too.
Oh, the trail just reveals everything, doesn't it? Patman to move across the board, but you do have some slight lurks all across. Forsaken, possibly.
Monyet's going to be here quick, though. Remember, on the Neon, can sprint on over quickly.
And I'll tell you what is just as quick. It's going to be PRX with the double duelist, looking for some space in towards Halls, but it hasn't been found yet. It's Jemkin who's hiding inside, but the ghost shots, they're not there. It's Cushy and Xfero off to the back, and it's Monyet as well. PRX once again looking for the trades to find more space, and they found it. It's just Crazy Guy left.
And they saw where those salvos came from, too.
To know exactly where he is. Do they push up, though? Surely not. You've got the turrets, you've got the placements. Just more obstacles for Crazy Guy to contend with until the spike goes down. Crazy Guy trying to find the right moment to isolate the duels. He's hugging the corners, hugging the walls, but Forsaken will be
brightest.
Yeah, they've been playing with their cards close to their chest, but right now, once again, some slight aim control. Jemkin with the goods.
Yeah, that's great. That's a sharp shot to get a leg up in this round. Force PRX to have a different approach.
Different approach it will be with Forsaken trying to create some pressure around the back of B-Link.
I don't mind this actually from RRQ. Switching into a retake over at the B site where you've got a trap in the halls from your Killjoy utility. You can buy time with a nice popped Nebula as well. You start to figure out the information around the A main side of things. Nobody's home, so maybe you're pivoting Jemkin a little bit back, or you're pivoting Crazy Guy for the salvos.
You anticipate the Nightfall as well, so completely evading that in full. Cushy not even getting marked by it. Now there's a very slight window of opportunity to sneak up as soon as that smoke dissipates.
Yeah, but this is going to be a wild one, isn't it? RRQ building up with all of this utility for a huge retake.
It comes down to the fights. PRX, every single one holding up by Pillar. save for something who's up around B Link, maybe able to do something with the Outlaw. I don't know about that range though. Everything's smoked off right now, and it's the salvos that forces PRX out of position. Around the outskirts of this smoke though, and it's Forsaken evening up the score. He finds a couple more flicks, and Devi sounds off as well. Cushy finding the trades, but he's down to 30 HP. It's just something. And he's trying to play for time. Of course, it's a shorty as well. Look at the B-hub, look at the movement, the airstrafes down to Cushy's dude.
Duelists over towards B main. You'll pick up a ulti orb there for Jemkin. Alpha Monyet, you're both one away now from the ults. You'll pick that up with Death as Jemkin, and you know the space now as well, right? Pistols again for the defenders, just playing to the numbers as PRX.
Well, if Monyet finds a kill, it could be Overdrive.
Yeah.
Taking a page out of PRX's book, hiding inside the smoke. PRX, though, doing their due diligence. They check it. It's a second kill, though. And look at that. Relay bolt into the B. Monyet up for a triple. Maybe the quad until Devi prevents that from happening.
But he's done his damage, hasn't he? The fact that he gets away with 3, that's an absolute mockery on what PRX had for this round.
Forsaken has been noted as well. So even though you have the site somewhat smoked off, is it safe enough to truly get the spike planted? The Cosmic Divide invested because of it. Forsaken continuing to try to hold further space.
Lockdown for Cushy. It's going to force them into a little bit of an open scenario.
Well, that will be somewhat similar to the one before, and look at this, juggling the guns to get them away out of RRQ's reach.
He can go for a full spray if Xfero gets a smoke down on the spike and then get the other gun to continue the spray.
And that's what it comes down to. RRQ, even if they try to go in for the body blocks, I don't know how successful it's going to be, but peeking through the sprays, Cushy finds the kill, Crazy Guy sticking it all the way
Now,
through.
aren't they straight up through the guts of mid, through towards Art, towards the A side with a bit of a split. The blades though, oh no, something! He's missed them all!
Well, he's getting the space for the team nonetheless, looking for possible right clicks with the Nebula propped up against Crazy Guy right now. And his further space as well. Flower being blocked off again. And that's Patman continuing to push up through Secret, completely confounding RRQ.
And you can't do a thing. They're in their main control at the moment. You're either seeing PRX there and leaving, knowing the numbers, or they're not there at the very beginning. They're over at B, and you have to see that cheetah rotation from Jemkin come out nice and early. Great lurk to come out from Forsaken, smoking off where the alarm bot has generally been to slip into there. Unexpected.
He's been doing this all half. PRX has been doing this. And it's unfortunate because you're just unable to read it. The lockdown now forces Jemkin's hand. He's looking for that frag against Forsaken, who is another Yoru player, but he gets spotted out because there is a flurry of utility out from the back as well. Some slight spacing now for RRQ.
Rough for something though if he sticks here. They're aware of this fact.
In with the Nightfall as well as the Dimensional Drift. So you do mark Jemkin somewhat, but you mainly need to watch out for Halls as well as Spawn. In for it though, something's traded positions with the team. RRQ might not be aware. They are thinking to check, but the barrel, it just reveals all. Couple more kills and in towards Jemkin alongside Xfero.
Gravity well, already used.
And that just thins down the herd. Jemkin, though, another frag. He's marking down Pillar to the best of his ability, sticking down the spike to halfway now, and the pressure is on. Something looking for the kills. The time continues to beep, and that's when the shorty gets pulled out, but the shots, they've whiffed, and it's Xfero sticking it all the way through!
Pushing forward to get Monyet on the overdrive. Meanwhile, Jing up with the runner back. The team is with him too, and they're stuck in the Armageddon.
In for the relay bolt as well, and it's RRQ finding advantage. Devi, though, trades it right back up, but there's a lockdown at his feet. He needs to push up. He needs to go in for it. Jing finds that. Some assistance being afforded now as Spike somewhat gets retrieved. Patman declare it back sight.
3 versus 3. Devi alive, so smokes for PRX. Timing for Patman. This could be everything but Crazy Guy on the drone. He was contemplating it right now. That's a massive duel for Patman to win.
Popped up over, looks for the flick, but it's Jemkin that comes up with it instead. 4 HP though. How long PRX might be able to push us into overtime. Jing now with the space. You've got an op being played by Devi as well. It's a position that surely RRQ doesn't expect, so they will continue to march forward. Offside, past Flowers. Jing marks the angle, has a flash, has a molly as well. How on earth can Cushy possibly play this? He goes into check, almost losing his life, and it's Jing swinging off of contact to push us into overtime again!
Could have duel, but the timing, the pathing.
He's actually, yes, the pathing precisely.
But it might work problematic for the team.
Yeah,
He's just gonna dry walk into it.
You gotta be aware, but no! The dry walk and the damage is felt. Something tries to re-peek into it.
You've got 4 smokes as Devi, and you're double dry walking into an operator line at the B site.
Oh, not like this.
5 versus 3. RRQ setting themselves up for the map
30 seconds.
in another overtime fashion.
They had no idea the op was there, but when it was needed most,
Cushy.
Jemkin, Cushy, up to the 30 bomb, and this could be the end of Pearl. PRX desperately trying to hold on, Forsaken needing a huge multi-kill, but it's nowhere to be found. RRQ will find the eliminations necessary to propel themselves forward. Another OT, and they show that they have the true resistance.
Continue to see if that is going to work. A treat for RRQ, or if PRX are going to be able to change things up. I like the aggression through B main at the moment with the 4-1 strategy, likewise of the last map. And Monyet is going to be the first casualty.
Not able to recenter his aim. The turret, though, does inform to a little bit more, and Xpharaoh looking for the swing, looking for the picks with the Sheriff. He does get a good chunk of damage, but the spike should still be getting down pretty soon. Devi with the turret up, checks towards the back.
Good info.
Here's some footsteps. Needs to swing back in and find some kills, though, and he doesn't have time to reload, so unfortunately his life is forfeit. Meanwhile, the rest of PRX still able to march up front.
He did get one tag too. One's Jemkin.
No flashes, however, so it comes down to just the swings, just the positions, and with positions, Forsaken collapses onto which Jemkin. And that's going to be an crazy guy trying to hold down from under Rafter, but he's alone, so
It's down
entirety,
top of sight.
I'd say, not bad. There's a slight chance still, you know, with the Outlaw, maybe a bit of damage, chip damage with the nanoswarms currently, but he's got the angle.
Eventually a flank from Monyet, but just the classic, so let's see what happens.
Oh boy, we're running in, we're chasing in, we've got the guns. Oh, and the Outlaw just doesn't do much. Monyet, though, out from the back. Was he spotted by the turret?
He shot it because the 0 point actually took it down, but it didn't really matter in the end right now onto the defuse.
And in the round pipes. Fortunately, RQ not able to hold it off for too long. You've used the third salvo refreshed up button. Off angle is possibly being held as well. Something does have the op, though. Question is he able to find much with it? Marks the angle right from underneath. Jet doing Jet things, and he reads it fully.
Where's that Armageddon going to go, though?
That's the great question. Able to possibly flash PRX out of position, but no chance to use it for now. Thinking about it, crazy guy sets it off by Yellow, and it's going to be RRQ Monyet who's still trying to hold things down. Fortunately, Armageddon not going to be able to do too much out of them, buying time. Devi slowly ringing around the Rosie, around Yellow. Spike still going off, though, and Monyet just fires off a shot. Devi has no clue and needs to tap onto the spike, and that's when noted. Shock darts through as well, and that gives something the chance that he was looking for.
Yeah, but if you can find these opening jewels, how many more are you going to be able to back that up with, right? Is something going to be good for another one or not? That gun that you've just dropped, irretrievable. 50 seconds to go. And it's to the drawing board for RRQ, the silent game towards the Bravo side of the map. Meanwhile, Forsaken has picked up the Hunter's Fury.
Something in position as well. Oh, but the
Body
swings
shots.
wasn't great. Decent damage. We'll see if the Hunter's Fury can finish off the job.
And now
There
the
it is.
lockdown as well.
Lockdown for, well, some space. You still have Monyet up around the back of Yellow. He spotted out the shoulder of one, and he's trying to get the burst. Patman, though, still coming up with one singular kill onto the Sheriff.
Good
And
shock
that
dart.
shock dart will finish off Monyet. Just Xpharaoh in a 1v3. And PRX will finish the Thrifty. Well, it also is something with the off now all of a sudden, but that's 0 point.
Yeah, he's committed to this fight, and he's got it too. Great shouldering out from something. Jemkin down in this duelist battle.
You would think it's great
Look, did
recognition.
he just leg him? He did.
Yeah, down to 20. Cushy, though, I mean, just thinking of possibly throwing it to the wind. RQ, however, have snuck up tube.
Yeah, it's removed the turret so you can sneak past.
Patman,
Has to be aware, doesn't he?
but would he?
Yeah, he's playing the back angle just in case.
In case, but not a single peep yet. Oh, something. Oh, with the Viper's Pit as well. Patman happened to recognize it.
I remember with the tag on Akushi earlier and the Null Command fading, he couldn't drop himself to get res too, so this is where things become really awkward. Kushi down for the count now, 2 versus 4.
And Patman still trying to make some noise, forcing RQ out in the open. That's the Viper gone. Spike, well, picked back up, but can you really get it planted? Xpharaoh,
30 seconds left.
30 seconds, and he's trying to sneak one over onto the A site.
It's the mind games right now, isn't he? What can you do? How do you toy with them? But you really can't.
If you're PRX, you don't hear the spike tapping.
Yeah.
Surely you consider it.
Time's on your side though, right? 10 seconds for him to try and get the plant. He's going to eventually have to run towards the A site, and if anyone looks to sacrifice him,
And no problems here, Jing.
You know, as he counts a couple of seconds and then you pop them as well. Stave them off with the wall. But have you bought enough time for the team to rotate over? You have. This is going to be a skirmish.
Everyone's just hovering around looking for the duels. Some pop flash kills going over. And it's Jemkin with the blades. There it is, the effects being felt from the previous round now coming alive, but Devi still looking for the bursts. Jing with assistance out from the back. Just like Big Time was talking about, a pseudo-duelist, and he pushes all the way up. The lockdown might have them detained, but the spike still getting defused by PRX.
Jing gets taken down really early on the other side of the
But look
map.
at this, something's not backing down. Unfortunately, the cloud burst allows for RRQ to slip back.
And he knows that on the back of that, Crazy Guy's picked up the ulti orb. So the adjustment from PRX now needs to come out where you're contending with removing Crazy Guy from the situation if possible. Patman's got a lot to do by himself here at B.
Well, that's pretty good considering how he's kind of sneaking around, but this time now he's find himself in a pinned down position. However, he's not pinned down, you're pinned down with him. 2 kills now, possibly a third. Back up from yellow, but someone has slipped the net.
Yeah.
Xpharaoh, though, still needing to pick up the spike, and Petman recognizes that. Swaps back around, that's a third, a fourth! Petman, what are you made of?
Be able to do from RRQ, get on the right line, and something might have his head removed from his shoulders. Nevertheless, he's good for 1, get out of dodge.
And in with the tailwind as well, he finds the second kill. Crazy Guy still desperately looking to push forward. He actually gets the shot against something. However, PRX have hovered around the site now. Another player being caught out thanks to the one-way, and it's just Crazy Guy. He's got a Vandal, though. Can he find the kills? Gets the first, but Jing with the off angle. Toxic screen up as well, allows him to slip back around the backside. That's exactly what this double init composition is for. Post-plant plays. PRX, though, with their ultimates, exactly. Just able to possibly deny spike plant. He spots out the first, and the shock dart in. The lockdown gets ripped off. Something's in position. Oh, he doesn't go for the lockdown. He goes for the spike.
They're respecting the lockdown here and then going for a kill instead. So you'll have advantage on this one. And you've now removed Salvos and Armageddon.
And that's crazy from Patman. Again with the lurk presence. RQ beginning to think twice. Jemkin continuing to push up, feeling the pressure out from behind. Something then just all lined up.
Maybe for Jing.
Yeah, both angles being separated apart, and it's Crazy Guy who finds a singular frag, something at least good for 1, so it's an even exchange.
Yeah, damage extra onto Jemkin, and you've slipped through as Patman. Are they aware of this one? I mean, it's under orange instead of through the tube, but it looks like Kushi a little bit aware of the scenario at the moment.
Take flight.
The one you're going to watch out for is Jemkin, though, up around yellow, and he gets, well, discovered by this drone.
Comes down to the timing, though, doesn't it? What can Patman find? It's the right timing.
And it's the kill into the site. Jemkin silenced, not a single peep. Xpharaoh, the only one left, and he's opting to go through, well, kitchen. Petman still in position, so.
Can he cook something here, Quack?
Does he have the ingredients right now? Nothing found, it's Pet.
RRQ, if they decide that they
Too much cover, 0 point though.
Slow and steady. PRX feeling a bit of the weight of what's being sent their way over at the A site. So trying to change it up, trying to get sneaky. Alarm bot noted. Patman's position. Gotta be cared for.
Beginning to turn back around, but you got Crazy Guy now marking in front. You also have Kushi continuing to push up from pipes, but quickly dealt with, and it's Jemkin just to mark Patman. PRX then, they have some options. They can possibly rotate, but you do have Monyet.
Yeah, this is gonna be really awkward for the timing, isn't it? But he's gonna go hunting for Patman instead.
Oh, back up from mid, but PRX just continues their steady march into sight. There's only Monyet left, and now he's been spotted. Good kill onto something, though. But do you know where Patman is? Do you know about the Pat signal in the skies. Patman oscillating back and forth around the corner, but Monyet gets the flick until Patman once again just paramount. You've bought some time, you've noted the positions, you know exactly where PRX are. Can you deliver though? The angle, unfortunately not quite favoring Cushy for now, as Forsaken tucks himself in the safe corner for surveying with the drone. Salvos though, and allows for RRQ to begin their forward march. The screen up, and it lets Forsaken sneak up behind. He's infiltrated their backs. Jing pushing up as well. Nanoswarm with a flick onto Jemkin. It's just Xfero who unfortunately will collapse. The fourth map, and it ends with a 13-3. He's right now pushing out something. He doesn't have a clue, but he will get taken out as well. Jemkin instantly TPing away. Monyet though, then to hold, especially with the smoke being propped up.
You got to see RRQ get a pistol round here. They've been severely lacking them. So if they can find it, it'll be well worth its weight in gold. A test towards Divine now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to nail every single shot as they try to push on over from lane. He does get some decent chip damage, but that is it.
Yeah, you can see really in the back lanes as well. Oh, a crazy guy that he's holding down Spawn, playing a really late flank position.
At the very least, he's bought time for PRX to set up the retake, but the spams, Monyet, he's killed Patman. Cushy as well, off from Boathouse, and now it's just Jing trying to work his way around the smokes. You still have utility as RRQ as well. Forsaken trying to work his way around the smoke. Haunt over, sneaking around lane. Monyet still alive. But Forsaken will continue to slip through, eliminates Jemkin, turns back around and takes Monyet away. Unfortunately not a third, and it's just Jing with 13 HP. A tough fight. He will still continue to hold though, possibly to allow them to expire into the spike, find more alt points.
Timing on that one, so Patman's going to be pushing back in towards Spawn. They've still got the safety net of the tree shear, and this is where you're going to have to see delivery from Forsaken and something.
Finds the double, oh, something with the assistance as well, and it's just Forsaken being able to bring RRQ to a stop. Still though, decent kills, and Xfero will make his way into the site. Got Patman hearing all the footsteps.
I'm surprised Divide didn't pop them early, to be honest with you. The Thorns. Spike.
Oh. Not too sure about that one, but still have 3v2. Monyet slowly arriving on scene, and Xfero doing his darndest to hold it from Boathouse. Both players from PRX still pinned down, and meanwhile are just happy to rush it over onto the A side, where Xfero continues to mark down the angle as well. Forsaken spams over RQ. It's Crazy Guy in the corner, and PRX has no earthly clue. A quad kill pull.
Yeah, you got to be watching for a potential flank to come through later from Xfero, but with the plant going down, Crazy Guy has an Armageddon. It's a 5 versus 5. There's an operator. You got to expect probably the Steel Garden from Divide. It comes down now.
Armageddon from Crazy Guy though, and it just blocks everything off. PRX continuing to try to push up front. It's just Forsaken, however. Can he truly find the kills? He's getting salvoed, but with assistance from Patman, they dive down. Jemkin gets out of dodge, straight back into Wine. PRX, they have some numbers though.
No command.
Oh, still trying to find the shots. Patman dodges the shot through, and it's Xfero now off from the top of hell, and PRX have noted his position. The numbers. It's a clone. It's a haunt as well, and Jemkin just does as much as possible to flash himself out.
See what he can do. Snuck himself in towards the logs, but the jewels start to come out in the trades as well.
And it's Forsaken with a little bit more. Patman all the way out from Spawn! Triple kill!
Yeah,
and
you got a Spectre, but if you're null commanding at the right time, you could still assist your team. 0 point for 2. This will command a little bit of a slower start for the beginning of the round to RRQ.
Forsaken taking his time around B main as well. He just sent a haunt out, which was shot down, so still holding on to some prowlers, but the Armageddon into back of A.
Yeah, no dark cover to put at the front of the side at the moment, but the Molly will hold them at bay. Monyet, risky business, I was gonna say if he found that.
Which then the Nightfall in towards B. Forsaken trying to do his best to hold it down. The burst is great. Defiance well up from backside. And it's just Crazy Guy. The late lurk this time, completely dismantled. But he will still be able to eliminate Jing for the least.
Still pepper some bullets there.
Oh, but then for PRX to elect for a B split push instead. Crazy Guy, he's found some information.
30 seconds to go. It's going to end up being RRQ have 4 here.
Yeah, exactly, with the trips again as well.
There's the
Up
trip.
around the survival smokes. Jemkin trying to line up the shots, but something's good for at least one. Devi, though, the trades have to be good, and PRX just continue to waterfall into the side. But look at Jemkin and how slippery he is. Backed into safety.
They got to get the plant and the salvos. They can push you out of position. That's exactly what they do.
And 13 seconds left. The spike plant is not available. Forsaken has to find the kills. Finally, it goes down, and it's just Crazy Guy left. Low HP as well, but still needs to find the 1v2 in position. He just lets time reset just a bit.
If they play high-low at the moment, they could lose their lives. They are.
Crazy Guy. Does he have the shots, though? Just ahead onto Petman.
It's not too often you see a cool little counterplay on the back of the camera like that. Try and flood on in, catch them off guard. But, hey, you weather it, right? And now we wait and we go again by the looks of PRX's positions. This time you got a bit of a rotation from Xfero as well. Just the pistols, though.
As much as possible. Back in for the little peeks, though, off of the timing. Jemkin out by Logs, however, but spotted out thanks to the C's.
Very well stuck here. He's going to have all the utility go his way. Fragment and Thorns.
The spams just to prevent him from escaping. The salvos, though, but then PRX once again with a full arsenal, just another fragment. With some peeks out from spawn now, and they know exactly where Petman is. He will just go in guns blazing, though. Just single kill, but traded out by Monyet.
Oh, this lurk.
Something up from the back, and he finds the double necessary. 2 targets left. And unfortunately, this is push with the salvos, and PRX has no recourse but to continue pushing. Jing down and out, and the rest of PRX continue up front. Still, though, RRQ have the site completely surrounded, every position marked thanks to the neural theft. Can they even get the spike down? They try to slow it over with the Thorns.
Plant down.
Pushes up from both sides, though. You got to watch for stairs as well as lane. Forsaken trying his best to isolate the angles as much as possible. Takes down the first head. Off to the next one as Petman trades up. And it's just Xfero trying to sneak on over. With discipline, he finds the first, and it's down to the 1v1. Petman needs to come up huge, but he's not able to do it. Xfero has derailed the PRX Express. We've brought this through all this, every destination, and down to the final score.